How do you find that, like, have you got any techniques to keep focused?
I'd say.
What is up, everyone, and welcome back to another REFSIX weekly vlog. And as you would have seen in last week's kit, I am wearing the same outfit, which means only one thing. I have 2 games in the space of 3 days. So it is Wednesday today. I haven't done a great deal. It's sort of the afternoon, everyone's gone home. And my plan is just relax and recover for the rest of the day, cycle home from work, and just chill out. I'm going out for a little bit of food. It's match day -1, so no alcohol, which is fine. It's a Wednesday, but usually I go out with my friends on a Wednesday and have a beer during the week because that's the best time to have one in terms of training recovery. So with a game tomorrow, it is at Dartford. It is Charlton under-21s versus Cardiff under-21s. Should be a great game. Really enjoyed it last time. Let's get the show on the road.
Okay, good evening, everyone, from a new location, my garage. So I have cycled, as you can see, in the dark. Be safe, be seen. How do I feel? Tired. The time is 10 o'clock. I worked a little bit late and then went out for a meal. So in terms of food, I've very much caloried up. I had chicken wings. They were very nice, for anyone that cares. Tomorrow, I've washed all my kit. It's dry, I think. I've just got to check it now. I don't have to meet the referee till 11. Get up at 8 o'clock, like normal, because it's a weekday, so I want to keep my normal routine. If I wasn't going to the gym, it'd be 8 o'clock. So I'm going to get up like normal, go for a pre-match walk between 8 and half 8. Then I'm going to do a little bit of work, followed by packing my kit bag and stuff up. So pre-match is going to be beans. I can categorically tell you that now because it's too early for anything else. So far so good. I will speak to you tomorrow morning for what will be match day at Charlton under-21s. Good morning, everyone. So I'm up, I'm showered, and I have been for a pre-match walk, and I'm just about to sit down and do some work now. Editing videos for you lovely people, which is great. So the plan today is I'm gonna eat about 10 o'clock, and then I'm gonna leave just before 11, I think. So I'm gonna sit down and do some work. I need to pack my kit bag. It's all washed from the other day, so that's great. My room is in absolute state. So no judgments, please. So yeah, that's the plan. I'm going to sit down and do a little bit of work and crack on with some stuff. And then I'm going to start getting sort of my acting gear, really. So here we go. Let's get the show on the road. Right, we're running late. I'm not going to lie. I'm incapable of doing things normally. I got caught up in some work. And now I'm, let's just say, rushing. Okay, so here's the kit bag. I've laid it all out because I've had... Breathe. Because I've had so many games, or I've got so many games in so many days, I have to lay it out. I have to make sure everything's there. Otherwise, what happens is I get kit bag anxiety, let's just call it that, where I'm like, oh my God, I forgot something. Luckily, I'm with 2 very good people that will, if I forget something, they'll pick it up. But I've got some new things, or a new thing in the bag. So here it is for a under-21 development league game on a Thursday afternoon. This is what I'm bringing. Let's start off. Wash bag, crime sheets, box of tricks, boots, towel, spare towel for on the floor when I'm trying to dry myself, match top 1, match top 2, shorts 2 pairs, socks 2 pairs, undershorts 1 pair. What's this called? An Under Armour 1. Warm-up stuff. So warm-up stuff includes, whatever this is, mid-layer, water bottle. That is a warm-up top. Spare boxes, stuff for dirty kit. And my friends have very kindly given me a Nike rain jacket to warm up in. So that's great. So I'm going to pack all this stuff up right now. And then I'm going to have my pre-match meal because I don't have very long to eat and get going. So you're going to watch me absolutely pelt through this. 5 minutes to go. I've made pre-match. This is what it is. It's quick, it's dirty, it's beans on toast with cheese. And no hot sauce because I can't find it and I haven't got time. So I'm ready to go. I've got 5 minutes to get in the car and meet the referee. Or to make sure I meet the referee on time. So fingers crossed. Oh God, what a mess. I can't do things the normal way, can I? But this is what this midweek thing is when you're trying to work. Like usually I don't have to work on a Saturday, so these sort of fixtures are great. So here we go. Eat this up, and then shoot off. I think I'm ready to go. Breathe. Everything's gonna be okay. I'll check in with you in the car. But yeah, breathe, 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 breathe. Here we go. Okay, so the game is finished. I'm here with
Kieran Fiddler.
and you're a level 3, obviously. How are you finding the season? How did you find the game?
Season's going right, middle of the road, but Lions really enjoying them at the minute, doing quite well. Today's a good game. You've got to try and stay focused sometimes because most of the time I just want to get down and play the game. So you've got to stay switched on because anything can happen. But yeah, no, good game.
Yeah. How do you find that? Like, have you got any techniques to keep focused?
I'd say a good one is just to count down for have a little 15 minutes intervals. So when you get to 15 minutes, right, you've got to go to your next 15 and 15. Keep doing that. You can sometimes switch on. But as I say, you've just got to stay switched on the whole time. Anything can happen at any point.
Yeah. And where are you next?
I'm at Hastings at the weekend.
Oh, good luck for that, mate.
No worries, cheers.
So, back from the game. It's a quick turnaround, so it's about 5 o'clock now. So I'm about to get on the train to London to see my friends. But the game went really well. I'm going to debrief it tomorrow, as you saw, Kieran. One of the things that I picked up from this game especially is their players are really good. They're quick. I spent a lot of time running, like chasing the ball up. And a lot of the time when they clear the ball, they're really good at hooking it round and keeping the ball in play, which was something that I've not really experienced before because usually it just goes absolutely miles. So that was interesting. I'm going to go through my REFSIX stats tomorrow and analyse the game. Hopefully we get some footage that we can look at but I can't show, so I can have a little bit more of a good understanding of the game. But thoroughly enjoyed it, and it's now time to relax because I've had a busy couple of days and I'm off to London. So welcome back to Charlton Analysis. It is Friday now, and I'm trying to get this all done before tomorrow's game, which is Saturday, because what I like to do is close the book off on yesterday. So that means that I'm not going into tomorrow, which will be a middle, in any sort of different mindsets. Because obviously 2 lines on the spin, you get used to running the line, and then you go into a middle. But we look at my REFSIX stats. So my REFSIX stats were pretty good, 4 and a bit K. I had a pretty dead first half in terms of like the way the game was played. I think it was Cardiff were more heavily dominant in the first half, and then I had obviously heavily dominant Cardiff in the second half, so more attacking movements. Cardiff ended up losing though 2-1, so that's football, isn't it? That sums up football down to a T. In terms of sprint map, I'm very happy with how it went. You can see one, big red sprint in here, and a couple of yellows and a couple of reds, a couple of oranges. So they're all obviously running down towards the corner flag, which is good. I was expecting to see one going up the other way because I've really worked hard on trying to sprint up the line to get back into position. So I've spent a lot of time trying to speed up the line, but obviously not quick enough in these scenarios. Oh, no, there is one. I lied, there is one. We'll find it. It is in the second half. There it is. I'll highlight it for you. So that was sort of my stats of the game. In terms of heart rate, average was 95. So I didn't really come out of my comfort zone in terms of, it was a lot warmer than it was on Tuesday, I can assure you that. It wasn't raining and the ground was more enclosed, weirdly, because Millwall has sort of 3 sides that are very open, and Dartford, which is a National League South ground, is sort of closed all the way around. But a nice ground nonetheless. They're good games to do. They're a bit strange in terms of atmosphere, and they're just a bit weird because not a lot of people go to them, but they're really good football. They're really good at football, so it's a bit strange. But in terms of being an assistant referee, it went well, I think. There's a couple of things that I needed to point out on. I kept pressing the buzzer by accident because they were quite sensitive. That's on me, and I should know better because I have sensitive buzzer flags as well because they're the REFSIX buzzer flags. So I'm going to go over to here and get my magic box out. The way to avoid that is basically put your finger up the flag like this for two reasons, and I will go outside for this. So obviously, reason number one being that you don't press the buzzer, and reason number two is that what it does is when you put the flag up. Poor signal, but don't. What it does is when you put the flag up, it means that you're holding the flag down like this, because if you don't, sometimes it sort of like chews itself up like this. So if you keep your finger on it, it stops it wrapping all the way around potentially. So it should sort of be more like that kind of signal, arm down, arm up, for a throw-in, obviously. And that is obviously what I need to make sure I practice, because my hands get cold. I'm very, very sort of skeptical for just holding the flag like this. I just wrap my hand around it to try and keep it warm, whereas I need to get back into the habit of running your finger down the flag, making it look professional, because what they say is if your finger is pointing, everything just looks smarter. So I've got to get back into those sort of good habits of being being a lino. But that's quite difficult because I think my main focus at the moment is refereeing. I think I'm better at it, so maybe I just need to give a little bit more attention to being an assistant referee. So yeah, no, if you want any flagging tips, I'm happy to get people on the vlog that are better at flagging than me, and we can talk to them. But let me go back inside the room because it's cold out here. But for the game itself, quite a good game in terms of they're so fast. It's fast paced, it's up and down, and the difference is between what I'm finding at these under 23 levels and the National League level is that the back line don't stop moving. Sometimes even when you're like it's a corner, the back line are backwards and forwards because the striker's trying to get in between the lines. So in terms of concentration, you've got to be on it from minute one. And that is what I find difficult, especially like these winter months where it's colder and, you know, you're wrapping up warmer. I was wearing long sleeves. I didn't have gloves today. I'm hoping Santa brings me a decent set. You know, we're coming up to that Christmas period where it's freezing. It's going to drop below freezing at some point as well. And I'm going to be on games and I'm not looking forward to that. So I've got to find a way to keep myself alert, whether that be wrap up warm and look massive on the line. I'm going to look like the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man, or it's put, I don't know, I keep hearing people put Vaseline on the back of their hands. That feels really strange to me. But if you've got any tips about how to stay warm on the line, drop them in the comments and I'll try them out, because I really don't fancy these winter months coming up and it's starting to get cold. But I'm enjoying these games, this football. And the difference is because it's a midweek game, you get paid slightly differently. So you get our standard fee of, I think it's £65, 40p a mile, wherever you meet the ref, depends where the ref's coming from. But you also get some money for something called afternoon allowance, because the game kicks off before 5 o'clock on the midweek. You get like an extra little bit of money for like lunch on your way back. If you're out, so it changes. You can get up to £25. You get £10 if you're out for a certain amount of hours, £15. It's from when you leave your house to when you get to the ground, the time you're at minus the time you're at the ground versus and the time you are travelling. So the time you're travelling and at the ground for, not the game, is how much depending on you get paid. So for example, for Millwall, it took me like 2 hours to get there, so I managed to claim like the full amount because I was travelling for more than 4 hours, I think it was, there and back. Those games are good. I really enjoy doing them. I'm hoping to pick up a couple next month, the month after, because they're just good development games in terms of I can work on this flag technique. Anything the observers say, like working to get down to the line, I can work on. And, you know, it's great to work with these 2Bs as well, because they give so much away, and some of them are really easy to talk to. He gives me tips in terms of from January, I'm going to stop looking at club marks, because he says they're demotivating, clubs are so cynical, and it's a great idea. So I'm all on board on that. So that has been Charlton's vlog. I'm again in the process of a game tomorrow, which is at Merstham, I believe. It's either Merstham or Chichester. I can't remember. My head is in an absolute spin because the amount of games I'm doing at the moment. But thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. Hit that bell notification so you never miss an upload. And I will see you guys at the next REFSIX weekly vlog. See ya.